Alright, what's up, guys? I don't know if I should make this or not. Don't really want to go to prison because I love my family, but everybody else is, and I might as well see if I can get the truth out there. So, please help this one go viral, if anything. So, January 6th, okay? I had planned to go to it, and I did go to it. And when I got there, it was a long trip. I drove all by myself. Nobody would come with me. They always thought something was going to go down. I was the only idiot that kept saying, no, nothing's going to happen. We're just going there to show our support. This is my last chance to show my support for the president I sit there and say I believe in. And I wanted to go do it. So I went with the stimulus check that the government gave us. At that. Drove all the way out there. It was colder than crap. Finally got there, and there was a lot of people. I didn't know my way around. Never been in my own capital ever, so I was lost. And I found out there was like different things going on. And they were speaking at the White House, so after I stood there for a little bit, I walked around, seen what was going on, looked at the sites, was amazed on how crappy our capital looked, how much money they spend, but yet they don't spend no money to fix that capital up. Cracks in the concrete everywhere. It looked like crap. Like, you would think if it's going to be our nation's capital, it'd be the best looking thing that we have in this country, right? But no, it wasn't. So, sorry if you can't see my face too well. The sun's a little bright out. And I'm trying to do this where I can kind of be by myself so I can have my thoughts. Anyway, so I go there and I buy a hoodie, buy a hat, buy a blanket because it's colder than shit and I'm trying to stay warm. And I'm walking around buying food. I had one bathroom open for men and women. One for men, one for women. And the lines were ridiculous. So I only got to go one time because it was a long line. And I got to stand there and listen to Trump. That was show our support for him, and peacefully protest, peacefully march down there and rally. So we did. We went down there and we stopped at the first gates. Well, the Capitol Police opened up that gate. And I go, holy crap, they're opening the gate, let's go. So a whole bunch of people already started running up there because that's a long field. Do you realize how long of a walk that would be if you had to walk all the way up to the building from where the first fence line was? It was at least a good football field, if not longer. Okay, so most of us are lazy, so we ran. We didn't want to take forever trying to get up there. We ran, and we started, stop the steal thing like that, the whole rally. And I had a flag that said Veterans for Trump, and there were a couple guys who kept trying to climb up on the wall. Well, I think there was one guy that tried to climb up on the wall, and they pushed him down, and we were all just kind of standing there, and it started to seem orderly. And then a whole bunch of Capitol Police came by the barrier, and one of them pulled out their pepper spray, and I happened to be right by the barrier. I looked at the dude, I said, what you gonna do, pepper spray us? I was like, we're here peacefully protesting. Next thing you know, bam, pepper spray right in my face. Couldn't see nothing. It hurt so bad, it took me down to the ground. Everybody's like, what's going on, what's going on? I stood up and I went to look and I said, that asshole pepper sprayed me, and he pepper sprayed me again. So after they seen him pepper spray me, they got pissed off and pushed him away. And then shit went to hell and back after that. After that, it just went crazy. People were pushing back. They were pepper spraying more people. They started shooting rubber pellets at people. I saw a lady standing up on a light pole who got hit by a flashbang grenade that they threw. It blew up literally right by her fucking head. Like, I don't know if that lady lived or died, okay? I ended up getting pepper sprayed 2 more times, so I got pepper sprayed a total of 4 times, okay? I stood towards more of the backer part after that because I was like, I'm not doing that again. And next thing I know, they throw a CS grenade. And I know it's CS because I could tell by the smell and the feel and the burn of the skin. Trust me, anybody who's been through a CS gas chamber, you know what that's like. And I freaked out. I said, nah, 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 nah. So I started telling everybody to go the fuck home. Get out, and go away, get back. Let me backtrack a little bit because I do need to say something I did say. I did say fuck the blue. I did say fuck the police. And I did say we won't have your back no more. You want to know why? Because y'all attacked us for no reason. I feel like. So I felt like that was the biggest betrayal of the American people. Because we were there to show our support. Next thing you know, we're being attacked. We weren't trying to show any aggression. And after I kept telling people to get back, this one guy with a blowhorn was like, push forward. I told him, I said, dude, they're attacking people up there. I said, you want to get attacked, you push forward. I said, other than that, everybody needs to turn around and get the fuck out of here because they're attacking people. And I keep going further back, and people are starting to think that like it was fireworks and shit. And I was like, why would there be fireworks at a protest? Those are them attacking people. You need to get away from here. Okay? Then I run into this lady who says she's a Trump supporter activist and that we were given a permit to get closer to the building. And I told her, I was like, well, just so you know, the Capitol Police up there don't know that, and they start attacking people. And after that, I started leaving, and I seen a whole bunch of Chinese people with a big giant American flag that they were carrying above their heads. And I tried to tell them, hey, turn around, go home. Didn't work out. Then I get out of there, and a whole bunch of police are trying to come after them. And at this time, I had no idea that anybody got into the building. I didn't know Ashley Babbitt had been shot. I didn't know none of this, okay? I was in the moment. I was trying to get out of there. But then when I saw them coming after more people, a whole bunch of people got in line and blocked all the roads off, trying to keep the police from going there. And one guy was about to attack one of the other cops, saying that he wasn't going to hurt nobody. And the cop was like, I'm a veteran, dude. So the rest of us was like, hey, leave him alone. You know, he's not even doing anything. He's just here doing his job. So leave him alone. It was getting pretty bad. Everybody was really emotional. Okay? That's one thing you have to understand. Americans, when we get emotional, we fight. We stand up for ourselves. It's our freedoms. This country has pushed freedom, 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 freedom our whole lives. And then all of a sudden you guys want to take it. And it's just like, nah, no, not after what you taught us about what Britain did to 13 colonies and how they had the hammer on them. They didn't have no rights. And even from a monarch from thousands of miles away, they could ruin their whole life if they didn't do what he said. So why on earth would we want the people right here in this country to do the same thing just hundreds of years later? We don't. We love this country too much to see that happen. Most of us fought for this damn country. Do you guys not understand this? Most of those people you arrested are true American heroes that fought for this country or was police officers for this country. And all they do is love this country. They don't have no ill wants towards this country. They want to protect it. So they're not terrorists because they love this country. They want to protect this country. The true terrorists are the ones who want to destroy the American idea and dream. Okay? And I'm sure maybe the FBI will come after me and arrest me for this. But I have to tell it like it is, or nobody's going to know. Okay? Nobody went there. I mean, hell, when I was there talking to people, we were all talking about how we thought there was too many cops because we were going to be peaceful. We weren't planning on doing nothing. Like, nobody had planned to do shit. We were walking there, everything was good. And it went just haywire in a second. Because the Capitol Police just wanted to freak out and start pepper spraying people. And you can't do that to veterans. Once you start attacking veterans, they fight. The fight or flight response kicks in. And what are soldiers taught to do? They're taught to fight, not to flight. So they did what they thought was right in their minds because of how they were raised as true Americans. And y'all want to call us terrorists. That's not true. Yeah, there were some instigators there. I'm not going to say everybody was there peacefully and going to, for the most part, yeah. I think most people there were originally there peacefully and stuff. And there were some troublemakers who did try to egg it on. And I'm sure they did. And those people should go to prison, for sure. But all of these other people you guys got arrested, that's ridiculous, bro. And besides, most of them have the right to come into that house. You do realize that's our property, right? That don't belong to the senators or the congressmen. That's ours. Our tax money pays for that. Our blood and sweat pays for that. So if they want to go in there and sit in somebody's desk, they should have the right to. Not to ruin nothing or destroy anything or steal anything. But they have the right to be there. I understand arresting those who destroyed windows and paintings and stuff like that. That's not okay. You know? That shit went too far. And I understand that. But at the same time, you have to see where everything's coming. It wasn't a perfect situation. But what did you guys do to the ones that attacked the federal courthouse in Portland? You didn't do shit to them. And how about all the other people who've come after state capitals and stuff? Those are just as bad. And you guys don't do nothing to them. It's only because of who we voted for that you guys are tracking us down and trying to throw us away. And that's not okay. It don't matter if you agree with us or disagree with us. Okay? It doesn't. Because this is America and not everybody has to agree or disagree. Let me go inside where I can see better. They really don't. I don't get it what's with everybody in this bullshit. I mean, it's not like we're communists. We're not trying to destroy the country. We're trying to save it. Trying to protect it from you socialists. We're trying to destroy the country because apparently you no longer love it, or whoever your master is paying you more money to not care about this country. And that's really just pathetic and sad, because most of y'all make, I don't know, about 4 or 5 times more than I could ever think about making. It's really pretty fucking sad, to be honest with you. And I was so happy to be at that Capitol. So happy to show my support as American. Like I said, I don't know exactly. All I know is we got attacked. I got attacked. And I didn't do nothing but show my support. I went there. I always say back to blue. I always want to protect the people that fight for the rights of this country. Because that is the most important thing. And you guys want to destroy it. And I can't sit around and let you guys do this. Whether you agree with us or not, you don't have the right to persecute us. It's the whole point of freedom in this country. So the ones that didn't do anything wrong, you need to let free. And stop this witch hunt. Because you guys don't have the right to. We didn't do anything. We didn't take over no stupid Capitol. None of y'all were in the fucking building. It's already facts. FBI themselves came out and said it wasn't insurrection. It was just a big fucking explosion. I mean, it was a big fuck up. It wasn't supposed to happen. One side did shit they weren't supposed to. Another side did shit they weren't supposed to. And next thing you know, it just blew up. That's it. There was no fucking grand conspiracy. Hell, I went by myself. I didn't know there was other people from Arkansas there. Okay? Like, y'all are pathetic, for real. But anyways, that's my take on it. That's what I experienced at the Capitol, okay? And I'm still happy to be there, because I know it's going to go down in the history books. And I can tell my grandkids, I was there, I experienced that. I was attacked there, okay? But if I was there to actually take over the Capitol, don't you think I would have had body armor, Kevlar, a weapon? No, all I had was a hood, or a hat, a hoodie, a blanket, and some money for food. That's it. And the money to get back home. And I lost my hat. And I think the only thing I got is my hoodie and my blanket. Everything else I lost and I dropped it. Even my flag I lost. And if I can remember right, before I cut all this off, somewhere in between there, somebody did hand me a metal bar that they broke off one of the barrier deals. I don't know who the fuck was doing it, but they were handing somebody metal bars, and when they gave me mine, I just dropped it on the ground. I wasn't there to attack anybody. War is not my passion. I prefer not to have war. Okay? The only time I want to go to war is when it's going to be a righteous war. I want to protect my people. I want to fight for our rights. I don't want to die in vain for some kind of bullshit drama that just explode out of nowhere. So no, I wasn't going to attack nobody. If they wanted to keep attacking me, they could have. But I wasn't going to stand. I wasn't about to back down. So that's why I got pepper sprayed 4 times, plus CS gas bomb, plus all the other shit that they were throwing around. Because I stood my ground. I wasn't going to get hit. But I wasn't going to attack anybody either. I give props to the ones that did push back. I mean, not because they were hurting anybody, but because they were standing up for us. Trying to protect the people they were already attacking. Yeah, some of them probably shouldn't have had the body armor and stuff that they had, but at the same time, they probably better safe than sorry. I'm sure there were some groups there that thought they were going to do something. But it wasn't nothing major that would have blown anything up that I'm aware of, because I didn't hear nothing. I'm to myself. I got a whole whopping YouTube followers of 5. Woo! Ain't nothing but an old veteran. And we just don't want to see you guys destroy the greatest thing we have. Because once it's gone, you can't replace it. And what happens when you replace it and realize that the replacement is worse than what you replaced? You can't change it. You can't fix it. Once it's done, it's done. Can't you be happy with what we have? We don't have a systemic racist country. I don't care what you fucking say. Yeah, back in the day, maybe. Nowadays, no. Not even close. You still got prejudice, but you got it with all races. I even get people racist against me for being white, saying I got white privilege. I don't have white privilege. I get screwed just as much as anybody else. Look at my record. I get arrested for the smallest shit when I was younger. And I was white. My dad was a veteran. My mom worked for a federal judge. Where was my privilege? I didn't get none. I got hammered more than anybody. Fucked up my life more than anybody. Maybe that's from the white privilege I had, because I had such a good lifestyle when my parents were raising me. You know, I didn't have to worry about nothing. I didn't have to want for anything, you know. And so maybe that's why I fucked up, because I took everything for granted. But that wasn't, I don't see that as white privilege. I see that as just privilege. My parents worked their ass off to give me a good living. And I didn't see what they were doing for me until it was too late. And now that I've made the mistakes that I made, and now that my kids don't have as well as a lifestyle as I had, I feel bad, because I feel like I screwed up. Okay? I do. But that's for another time, because I don't need to make this video too long. It's already going on 18 minutes, but anyways, that's what happened in the Capitol with my thoughts on it. You know, I don't know, call me what you want, I guess. I'm not a terrorist. I don't think I am. I love my country, and I'll give my life for my country. I give my life for my people, not for my government. My government sold us out more than we could count, and everybody's like, oh, the government want to hurt you with the vaccine. Okay, well then why'd they spray Agent Orange on our soldiers in Vietnam? Why did they give a whole bunch of black people a syphilis test and watch them die decades ago? Our government will hurt us if we let them, because they have the power. And we are the only thing stopping our government from getting that kind of control. Just because we are a Republican democracy doesn't mean that we can't become like all these other countries, like China, Russia, Cuba, Venezuela. Do you guys really want that? Do you really want to like have a government like the Chinese where they say you can't ever buy crypto, and if you do, you're going to prison? Like, for real. If you spit the wrong way, you're going to prison. If you say the leader sucks, you're going to prison or getting killed. That's what you're trying to push this country into, guys. You need to think about what you're doing before you ruin this, okay? Understand not everything's perfect. Some things suck, okay? And people allow bad situations to make their life worse, okay? And that's your fault. That's not anybody else's, okay? Just like that was my fault when I did that. And I know that because I'm speaking from experience. Okay, you let bad things that happen to you in life ruin you more and say, well, fuck it. If that's how my life's going to be, I'm just going to start doing this, this, and this, and this. And then next thing you know, your life's just going further and further and further and further down. And you can't figure out why. And it's because it's your mindset. It's because you're telling yourself they're out to get me. If you stop telling yourself they're out to get you, and you just focus on what you can do to better your life, it'll get better eventually. It takes years. It takes decades sometimes. But in the end, it ends up worth it. Even for that little bit of happiness, it's worth it. And then your kids further on down the line will enjoy a better lifestyle if you work hard enough. But you got to instill the fact that hard work is going to help. It's not what you think, okay? Just because you say, oh, the country's racist, it don't mean that it is. It's not. I'm sorry. And just because you say, oh, it's the country's fault that I'm this way. I mean, yeah, in some ways it probably is. But in other ways, it's your fault. Because you chose not to find better ways around the system or to work with the system to make yourself in a better situation. Like Brandon Tatum did. Or, the Hodge twins. Or Tim Pool. Or Candace Owens. I mean, just look at all these people. Most of them came from poor backgrounds. And they worked their asses off and built their way up. Even Tom McDonald was at the lowest of the low, and now he's up there with the best. Why? Because he's busting his butt and he's never giving up, and he keeps on keeping on. The rest of us, we cave in to our fears and our failures, and we sit there and say, it's their fault, not mine. Can't be my fault. But it is. It is our fault. We weren't strong enough. And until you become strong enough, you'll never make it. I mean, you can't keep blaming a country or sucking a country dry just because you aren't strong enough to deal with your own life and to get your shit together. How is it fair for the government? I mean, I'm loving this $1,100 a month. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving that shit. But it's not okay. We shouldn't be getting this stuff from the government. I mean, I'm using it to pay my bills and to try to make my life better. Because right now I can't work because my youngest daughter is 1.5 years old. It's hard to find a daycare. This stuff's expensive. And I'm not getting a job that's going to force me to get a vaccine or wear a mask that makes me have panic attacks, okay? I can't even go to the VA because they won't let me use a face shield that my VA doctor wrote a note for, saying that I have mental and medical conditions that stop me from wearing the mask. And so I can't get no help. I can't get no glasses. I can't go and get a hearing aid test. That's why my glasses look like they're all bent and out of retarded shape, because they are. And I just don't have the money or the ability to fix them at this moment. I'm doing my best to take care of my kids, raise them, keep the house clean for the wife. I cook dinner and lunch and breakfast and clean the house. And I'm looking for a job that's not going to force me to wear a mask or a vaccine. Or take a vaccine, because it's not happening. And once I find that job, I'm going to go back to work. But I still got to find a daycare too. Otherwise, I'm stuck waiting until my daughter's, about 3 when she goes pre-K before I can get out of here again. I gotta work, guys. Sorry. Tired. My baby woke me up at 4:45 this morning. Anyways. I said I was going to get off here a long time ago. It's already almost on 25 minutes, so it's probably one of the longest videos I made. Probably don't need to make this go viral, I guess. But I feel like people should hear another aspect. And I haven't been arrested yet, so this is my way of trying to get the truth out there before they come and get me, or if they do. I don't know if they will. I haven't done anything. I didn't even go in the building, like I said. I left. I was smart enough not to go in the building. I was like, I'm not going to jail. It's not the right time. It's not the right time to be acting a fool. I mean, yeah, I would love to go in there and been able to speak my thoughts on it and shit, but nah, that was like a war zone. I partly blame the Capitol Police on that because, like I said, they shouldn't have started pepper spraying motherfuckers. If they wouldn't have done that, I feel like it wouldn't have gotten worse. But who knows? What if I'm wrong? What if they didn't pepper spray us and it got worse? Anyways, I mean, it's a possibility. I'm not saying it's not. But from my eyes and my point of view of right now, it don't seem like that would have happened. We had some idiots, yes. But I don't think they would have been enough to do anything if they wouldn't have started pepper spraying people. Once they start pepper spraying people, that just brought their emotions out. It just made them angry. I mean, how would you feel if you got pepper sprayed to show your support for something? Would you like that? Pretty sure you'd get pissed off too. Start swinging at motherfuckers. That shit hurts. It's not okay. But anyways, you guys have a blessed day. God bless. Be proud to be American. Stay true to yourself and don't bend the knee. We need our constitutional rights.